Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. You know, I actually like this episode. I did. Um, oh, Gabby. I'm about to piss off some people. So, I just figure I should warn you now. Now, I wasn't there for the Gabby and Stefan storyline. I don't know about their epic romance, their love, or anything like that. There's things that she does that just comes across as, wow, really? How old are you again? So Gabby burst into Stefan's and Chloe's room. And she tells them everything. She's like, oh, well, Ralph made me forget all of it. Stefan's like, all right, cool. So, could you just walk out the door that you just came in from? He pretty much is like, yo, listen, I don't care. I want you going. She is like adamantly fighting him. And I'm like, why don't you just give him some time instead of just all up in his face? Chloe is just all surprised. And, Gabby asked Chloe a question. Gabby's like, yo, listen, knowing everything that you know, you're still cool with this. Like, you still want to be involved with him, knowing that, he only hates me because of Ralph, and he's only with you because of Ralph. And I sat there and I was like, I can't believe I'm going to sit there and say this. But Gabby has a point, and Chloe doesn't say anything. And I'm just like, I hate to say this, but you should probably answer. You should probably answer her at this point. She doesn't say anything. Stefan kicks her out. She starts banging on the door like a nut job. Um, and Chloe's like, you know what? Maybe we should just sleep in different rooms. So Stefan kisses Chloe, and I'm like, how are you still? What are you doing? You should have been like, no. We go right now. Let's just kind of reevaluate this a little bit later on. Instead, you let him kiss you. And then, he walks out the room, and Gabby's all like, oh, so you came to your senses. And he's like, yo, listen, kick rocks. He walks off, and she's like, oh, it's going to take a little time, but he'll remember. And I'm just like, all right, Gabby, you need to, seriously calm down. And you know what? On top of that, it just really proved my point that you just used this dude as a consolation prize. Now, granted, yeah, Shin's has come back for what he did. There's no denying that. But with that being said, he used the dude as a consolation prize. She sat there saying, "Oh, you're gonna," she calls Shin back. She's like, "You're gonna pay for this, and I'm gonna make you pay." And da 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 da. I was like, "All right, Gabby, all right, whatever. Just hang up the phone. just hang up the phone." Um, you got back the person that you really want to be with, so I don't really understand why you're still whining for her. Don't get me wrong, I get it. He's a scumbag. What he did, what he did to her, lied to her, and everything like that. But I'm like, bro, you got Becky, man. Why don't you just, chill out tonight for the veiled threats, all right? You can save that in a couple of days. Um, Eric then finally lost it. Brady, you know, I know that this is all rules and everything like that, but part of me felt bad for Kristen. Yeah, I know what Kristen's doing, okay? And she's done some terrible things. But I guess that they're seeing her fears as a mother had to, it's like for me, it made me feel bad for her. And Brady's like, oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I guess you guys, I'm like, so Brady, I was, and I said this in my last review, I was like, you should probably really play this up. Like you got to actually act like you're really afraid for your daughter's life. He's like, yeah. I mean, just got to calm down a little bit. I mean, Brady, what? So Eric wound up leaving Rachel with Sloan. And the thing is, when Brady found out, he was like, "What are you doing?" Eric was like, "Don't worry. We have a client. We have a client, client attorney, something privilege or whatever." And Brady's like, "That doesn't apply when she's breaking the law." So I'm just sitting there thinking all the time, she's just breaking the law, like whatever. She doesn't even know what's going on. Okay. She's hanging out with Rachel, and Rachel's like, "Oh, you know, um, you're my favorite girlfriend of Eric so far, or whatever, right?" And Eric comes over there. She's not really too happy. She's like, "I thought I was going to be hanging," which is kind of odd because she was like, "I thought I was going to be bringing the New Year with you," but I was like, I thought that you were trying to keep things casual. So why would you want to sit there and bring in the New Year with him and you're keeping things casual? Did I miss something? Eric was like, yeah. So here's the thing. Here's a real reason why I want you to watch her. And then she tells him. I mean, he tells her, and she's like, "Are you out of your mind? I just kidnapped Kristen's daughter. You seem like you're kind of enjoying this." And he was like, "Yeah, she's done a lot of terrible things to me and my family. So, I really don't care at this point." So, yep. Eric is Eric has went over to the dark side, but unlike B&B, when it just comes across as very cartoonish, he's just like, I just don't care. Okay, imagine Superman with red kryptonite. He just doesn't care. It's like the best thing ever. Um, I feel like I will probably enjoy this darker side a little bit more. I mean, I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like I will probably enjoy it more if I watched him from the beginning when he first came on the show. Um, or here or there. Shen is losing it. It is hilarious. He's calling Gabby a bunch of times. He calls Ruff and he's all upset with him. Um, Wendy and Johnny kiss, and I had to fast forward past that part. But after that, she's like, I want to check on my brother. I want to make sure he's all right. So she goes and checks on him, and she's like, did you really try to kill him? Like, yeah, well, in retrospect, I'm glad that Kristen came in, because I don't want you to sit there and think I'm a monster or anything. Half of their talk, I just laughed so hard. It was so funny. It was so hard not to sit there. It was so hard to sit there and try to take half of that stuff seriously. Then it was just parts where I felt like Wendy was just being extremely dramatic. And I mean, like, over the top dramatic. Listen, I watched a couple of K dramas, okay? And there's one that I actually really do like. It's called Descendant of the Suns. Descendant of the Sun. Okay? And the acting that she was giving reminded me of one of my favorite K dramas. Um, and so I was sitting there watching, I was like, what am I watching right now? If you ever watched a K drama or a K soap opera or whatever, you know exactly what I'm talking about. EJ and Nicole are, making out and everything like that, and she stops and I was like, yeah, you might want to just you've been going from one bad decision to the next bad decision. Okay? Literally. And after Rafe, and then you jumped over to Eric, and now you're hanging out. I was like, no. You just need to stop for a little bit, okay? So she stopped, and she was stated her reasons why. She's like, I just need to sit there and just kind of just, take a beat. So EJ was like, all right, fine, I understand where you're coming from, and EJ was like, so we on a secret now, right? I mean, you want you want to keep your mouth shut, right? So I was actually genuinely proud of her. instead of just jumping into another relationship. She's like, no, 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 how about you just chill for a little bit? That's exactly what she did. So he goes downstairs and Johnny's there, and they have a drink, and um at first, EJ's worried, like, yo, listen, so what happened? Because Johnny's like, Shen didn't give you up or anything like that, and I'm not gonna say anything, and whatever. But they ended off on a toast, and they kind of smiled and laughed, and well, they didn't laugh, but they smiled because they was they talking about Wendy, and he was talking about Nicole and everything like that. So it was a nice, good moment, and it seemed like it's very. The thing is, I think the reason why I actually enjoy their moments where they're actually on good terms, because it doesn't really happen too often. Um, really doesn't. Especially, I mean, I feel like even with Johnny, there's a little bit of EJ in him, or maybe they just. Maybe I guess I understand it a little bit because they do clash. It's like buttons. It's like the way I sit and look at Johnny is, his relationship with his dad is the way I look at my relationship with my dad. I mean, granted, it's not like, I mean, my dad isn't like the devil or anything like that, but we do push each other's buttons, and so I understand. Like whenever I sit there and see good moments with them when they're just laughing, they're just having a good time, it's like it's good because it doesn't happen too often. I don't argue with my dad that often, just for anyone to know, just know whatever. But I do understand that, like I said, maybe he does actually have a little bit of EJ in him. Um, even Kristen was going to call the cops, but then I guess somebody used a burner phone. One of them used a burner phone and text Kristen was like, "Oh, we got your daughter, and if you don't do what we say, yada yada yada." So now she's all worried, and Brady is doing a terrible job as far as being worried and panic. And I guess he wants to sit there and play the no, I'm really worried on the inside, or whatever. I'm just want to try to keep things as cool. Just want to try to be the level headed between us two or whatever. I guess that's what he's going for because I was like you being panicked, you're not even trying at this point. So I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what the hell you're doing. Um, yep. Feel like that's about it. I can't really think of anything else. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video or the next live stream, which I'll be doing tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Also, gonna start to be one of those annoying YouTubers, but not really super annoying. Don't worry, I won't sit there and be plugging it too often. So I got a membership thing going on YouTube, and it's gonna include exclusive live streams, shout outs, and exclusive videos for members only. So if you're thinking about joining, um, it'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to a lot of things. Also, the call-ins I'm going to be doing for live streams only, and video suggestions for members. So if you want to join, definitely hit the join button. And yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get better at plugging it. And I know I was kind of all over the place, but I'm working on it. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.